Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to talk about family ceremonies. Please listen carefully and take notes. This pre-listening activity will prepare you to a listening comprehension task you'll do later on. Marriage, birth and burial are considered as the most important family events all around the world. But let us start with marriage. What is a verb for marriage? The answer is to marry. But we can use other expressions like to be married or to get married. You can be invited to a marriage ceremony, and in this case, you are a guest, an invitee who will see everything. When a person marries, who will be involved in the negotiations? Of course, his parents, his girlfriends, parents, and their relatives. Now let us talk about love, courtship, engagement, and wedding. Let us take an example of two young persons, Abdul and Fatu. If Abdul falls in love with Fatu, he frequently visits her. They sometimes go out for dinner. They go to dancing parties together. In this case, we say Abdul is courting Fatu. Abdul is Fatu's suitor. Abdul is Fatu's fiancé, and Fatu is Abdul's fiancé. These two words are borrowed from the French. When Abdul decides to marry Fatu, he officially asks if she agrees. We can say that Abdul proposes Fatu. To propose is to make an offer of marriage. The adjective for to propose is proposable. And there are two nouns for the verb to propose. For example, a proposal and a proposer. A proposer is a person who proposes to another person. And if Fatu accepts the proposal from Abdul, we say that there is an engagement, or betrothal, or betrothment. And the verb for engagement is to engage. The verb for betrothal is to betroth. Now let us talk about wedding. The day Abdul and Fatu get married is the wedding day. The ceremony of marriage is the wedding or the wedding ceremony. The wedding can take place at the mosque or at the church or at the mayor's office. There are many useful expressions that goes with wedding. The wedding day, the wedding dress, the wedding ring, the wedding cake you eat, and the wedding feast. This is a party which is organized during the wedding. The verb for wedding is to wed. To wed someone is to take him or her as spouse. The simple past or past participle for to wed is wed or wedded. Examples: John and Sophia were wed last week. John and Sophia were wedded last week. A newlywed is a person who is recently married. Other meanings for groom: a boy who takes care of the luggage of hotel clients is called a groom. But also a boy who takes care of horses is a groom. To groom has many meanings. It can mean to educate. To groom a child, it can mean to domesticate. To groom a dog, it can mean to clean. To groom a dress, it can mean to cut. To groom your hair. It can also mean to coach. When you coach a football player, to groom a player. On the day of the wedding, Fatu is a bride. A bride means a woman who is about to get married or has been married. The adjective for bride is bridal. Before Abdul and Fatu get married, their parents and relatives have a meeting. What will be done in the meeting? They discuss about what Abdul will give Fatu in compensation for her love. This is part of our customs, especially in Africa. And the compensation can be a sum of money, a watch, a cow, 2 bags of yam, or even a car nowadays. These presents are called the bride price or the dowry. There are many expressions that go with bride, like a bridesmaid. What is a bridesmaid? It's a girl or a young woman who helps the bride before and during the wedding day. A bride-to-be is a woman who is going to be married. A bridal party is composed of people at a wedding who sit with the bride, for example, her parents, her bridesmaids and her friends, relatives, etc. What about a bridal shower? It's a party for a woman who will soon get married, at which she receives presents. What a beautiful day, because it's a marriage day. Let us talk about the groom and the bride. On the day of the wedding, Abdul is a groom or the bridegroom. A groom means a man who has just been married or he is about to be married. The verb for to groom is to groom, which means to take care of someone. To groom, the past participle and the simple past is groomed and the gerund is grooming.